It's John, and today we're gonna put on these new Suparee Recon pod lights on the Ranger Raptor. Stay tuned and go wheel. This video is gonna start with an actual trail review of the lights on the Fordyce Jeep Trail, and then we're gonna move into the installation. You can see right here, side by side, headlights on the right, Suparee Recon pods on the left, super bright. Also, too, big thank you to Suparee for sponsoring this video and sending me these lights for free. I really appreciate that. There will be a discount code in the description if you're interested in these lights. They are super bright for like a 2-inch pod. Here's driver point of view. We're on the very beginning of the Fordyce Jeep Trail. Drove up here just for this video. That's headlights. That's just those 2 off-road lights, and they're not big. And they're putting out like a ton of light. Like I could see, I went from barely being able to see what's in front of me to being able to see everything like super clear. Let's put the camera out here. All right, it's still kind of bright out. It sucks, it's like 9 o'clock. So that's headlights only. That's the lights. I mean, look at the difference there. These are not big lights either. Way different driving the Raptor through here, that's for sure. Of course, I'm at a really high tire pressure. So you could like see the lights on in action. We're not really on like a 4-wheel drive trail, but they're definitely on some back roads. Like I said, I'm just gonna drive into Fordyce just a little bit so we can get some light action Jackson. Also wanted to get away from those power lines with the, oh wow, I think someone's leaking diff fluid, or maybe that's, I don't know. Once again, let's turn these off and drive with them off for a little bit. Just want to like show the difference, and honestly, they're super rad. They're super bright. I'm actually really impressed. Like that's, oh man. Oh yeah, super bright. Once again too, the look from inside the cab. Turn them off. You can't really see that far ahead. And now you can see hella far out. Like, and everything's really clear now. I love this. These are rad. The box just feels nicer, but the cool thing is, let's get into the lights. They actually got like a little Suparee like chinga there. It says their name. So compared to the other sets of Suparee lights I'm running so far, these are like way nicer. We're gonna use the factory Raptor wiring harness, and that thing came with extra hots with a switch panel up top, kind of like our Wrangler did. And so it does alleviate the need to have to wire up like, ooh, this is cool. So it looks like they're including this pigtail if you want to do your own wiring. Otherwise, they've got this harness that'll plug directly in. So that's kind of nice. I mean, I've never been messed with by like CHP, but if you're worried about that, it completely covers up the light, and they're easy to snap on and off. Dude, I wish every light came with that. That's actually really cool. I bought some 1.5 by 1.5 aluminum angle iron. I plan on using this to cut like little mini brackets off this. And then I bought a bunch of stainless steel hardware, and I have a ton of riv nuts in stock here at the shop all the time. So I'm gonna be using these riv nuts. And I'm gonna be cutting this down and maybe painting it black. I have no justification for spending, there's some pretty nice aftermarket like light bars that you could pull off like the grill of the bumper and kind of mount like a light bar thing. I think for how small these are, there's definitely a strip of metal on the front bumper. I'm gonna stick something back there. I've already stuck my hand on one side to make sure that there's no wiring back there. But my plan was to do a blind hole with the rib nut, and that should get me like these mounting brackets mounted, and we'll maybe walk through making the mounting brackets. I might try to sell a couple sets. I don't know if anyone's gonna wanna buy them, but I thought it's kind of an inexpensive way to mount like small pod lights on your Raptor without spending like the $500-600 on like a light bar that goes behind the bumper. Because if I was gonna spend that much, I would almost rather like spend money on an aftermarket bumper. From what I could tell, this seems to be steel or aluminum, so I think it'll accept a riv nut no problem. And I'll put 2 riv nuts per mount, and we'll see if this works. So these don't need to be that big, because look how narrow this mounting surface is. So my thought is, so like 2 inches should be fine. So maybe go, I want enough room to be able to put a nut there, maybe like 2.5 wide, and then kind of bring it in. So 2.5 wide would be 1/4 in on both sides to kind of cut that bracket. 2.5 wide, 2.5 wide. Ooh, maybe a little more grinding. So this is what we're looking at. Got 2 brackets rounded off the edges the best I could with the angle grinder. It looks like I got to grind more right here though. Figure out like where to drill the holes, do some measurements. We're at like 2.5, ½ inch in. About there. God, it's barely gonna clear. We kind of have to go all the way forward. Okay, so right, kind of where that's at, I think. I don't know. I feel like I'm okay with that. I feel like there's gonna be like scratch marks in that. Yeah, if you don't wanna make these yourself, I think I'm gonna try to sell these. So if anybody wants to buy some for their Raptor, the only reason I'm even offering to sell these is I tried to look for like little mounting brackets like this myself. And I couldn't find anything, and I didn't wanna pay like $600 for like a light bar. And I was like, I'll just make little L brackets off the bumper. I'll make them out of aluminum so they don't rust. I'll use riv nuts so they're easy to install. You don't have to try to fish a wrench in there because you really can't. And then I wanted to use stainless steel hardware as well. So I'm going 10 5/8 and 12 1/8 in on this side. Well, we're drilling into the bumper on the damn thing. Let's see if those holes are right. So far, so good. Yeah, I guess your riv nuts can be... Okay, that's too big. I'm gonna try the 27/64. I don't know what I'm doing. So got the riv nut tool and so my riv nuts are just a little off, and one of the things is the bumper like has like a bend to it. I think that's one of the issues I'm running into. So they're in stainless steel bolts, aluminum mounts. I did kind of gum up the bumper a little bit, but there's the riv nuts. That way you got a blind hole in here. My biggest fear in life, no, I got bigger fears in life, but one of my biggest fears in life is a riv nut spinning. All right, so you got a little bit of wiggle room too if your mounting isn't 100% right. So there we go, I got one light mounted. I think painting those black will be okay. They look terrible as aluminum though. That's my problem. Got little baby lights. I can't think of a better way to do this on a budget, but yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I mean, I think once the brackets are painted, it'll look a lot better, and I'm still on the fence if trying to find a paint to match that color or not. All right, I found the aux wiring location on the Ranger Raptor. I had to Google it. It wasn't super clear. It kept saying it was right here, and I'm like, I don't see anything. And if you don't look hard enough, It's hidden in plain sight. This little guy right here, it's got some fiber tape around it. I'm gonna unwrap that and we are gonna wire the lights up to that. Once I get all that figured out, get the wiring ran, I'll test them out, make sure everything works, and then I'll unplug these and paint the brackets black so they kind of match the lights. Battery, fuse block, and it's kind of folded over and you can see the little chingas sticking out. And then I wrote down aux 1 is violet green 5 amp, which that one's pretty easy to tell. It's kind of, sorry. Oh man, okay, so you can kind of see violet and green stripe is 5 amp. Aux 2 is red, oh sorry, aux 2 is blue orange, which is right here in my fingers. I'm gonna use that. And then aux 5 is the green with the brown stripe, 25 amp. I don't think these use a ton of amperage. Let's see if it even says in here real quick. 30, okay, so 40 watts, which is cool. So not a whole lot of wattage. So 80 watts total. Is that 35 per one light? But I'm thinking even if it's 40 each, that's 80 because they're kind of showing a single light. So 80, 12 times 6 is 72. So 6.5 amps for 2 lights. So you definitely don't want to use the 5 amp circuit on the Raptor. Yeah, the only thing they're not clear on is the wattage for a pair or per light. If it's 40 watts for a pair, it's only, what, 3.5 amps or something? I'm just doing quick math in my head. Don't judge me. Scan to get the PDF file. So there we go. I pulled up the instructions on my phone. Red, positive, white accessory. If accessory control is not required, connect directly to positive. Basically hook up the red and the white to positive and the black to ground. That might be really hard to read right here. All right, I popped out all these little plasticky trim rivet things, pulled the trim guy off the top, and gonna see if there's a way that it makes sense. I don't know if I gotta pull this or not. I'm gonna see if I can get clever about this and fish wiring through here without it looking too terrible. All right, there's a lot of things you could do to fish wiring up. I just grabbed a scrap of wire out of one of my wiring totes up there. And basically I was able to fish it down from the top, and I kind of ran this wiring out. I was able to fish it through behind, pulled off the front skid, and I need to do the new rival engine skid anyways. And I'm just gonna gently pull, oh hell yeah, we got it. It's cool. So yeah, just pulling that up, and there we go. I did my best to try to make it look clean. I fiber wrapped all the lines. So I tapped into the aux 5, I believe it was, which is the blue-orange wire. I fiber wrapped everything. I cut everything to size. What I like to do is label it with blue tape, like that's the bumper as in bumper lights, and then over here too, bumper lights. I tapped into the aux wiring and I kind of zip tied it back in place exactly how it was from the factory, and just use some heat shrink butt connectors. So pretty straightforward, but I just buy these on Amazon. These are whatever. Maybe I'll put a link in the description for some of these, but it's just like heat shrink butt connectors. Use your regular wire strippers and whatever you want to use to strip wire. Nipex cutters. Get your cheap $9 Harbor Freight heat gun and just heat shrink it all together. And yeah, and then I ran a ground over here to this ground stud. You could see the other wire that I tried to tie in to make it look like it's part of factory wiring as well for the rock lights. And then this, I'll probably zip tie that too, just so it's a little cleaner. But yeah, this is, I think this is aux 6, which is what I use for my rock lights. And then this will be aux 5, and yeah. All right, so they work. And they're on aux 2. So earlier in the video, I said aux 5. I was lying, I guess. It's aux 2. So aux 2 switch. Yeah, you can kind of see. So yeah, there they are. Let's go test them out back. So here's the just the headlights. That's just the headlights. Here's aux 2 with the headlights. Oh wow. Headlights, aux 2 with headlights. so nothing. There's aux 2. I'm not even facing forward for that matter. So there's aux 2 only. No aux 2. So headlights, aux 2. It's pretty bright. Let's add in headlights. Headlights don't even add much. They're pretty bright for tiny ass lights. It's pretty cool. And you cannot even see nearly as far with these. Let's see what you can add in. Look how much more light you can see. Those are tiny ass little Recon 2s. They're not like the big old 7-inch boys, and they're doing great. Super stoked, the lights are on. And while I was at it, since I dropped the front skid, I actually installed the rival 4x4 engine skid, which literally took under 5 minutes. It was like a 2-minute job with the front skid off, which I already had pulled off. So a lot of projects done tonight. Thanks for following along. But yeah, these lights are sick. They're hella bright. You just saw in the video. Like, post a comment if you're interested in these brackets. I mean, I don't care if you go make them yourself, but I spent a lot of time tonight dicking around. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. But I'm pretty impressed for how freaking tiny these things are and how little wattage they draw. So yeah, thanks for following along this week. There's gonna be a discount code in the description for these lights. The Raptor's done for now. Pretty stoked. All right, here they are painted. I labeled each side just because if there's slight differences. Literally just used, I love this paint. The Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover Paint and Primer. It just coats really good. Doesn't seem to run, and I don't know, they look, honestly, like they don't look too bad. So here we go. There's the aluminum mounts that are painted and mounted. I think now that they're painted black, the silver part doesn't like stand out and look weird anymore. I mean, I feel like those little brackets are no different than putting your, you know, A-pillar, whatever, ditch mounts on your hood. You know, you're gonna have something bolt on somewhere to mount the light somewhere. And I mean, I feel like these would be more than strong enough to mount a bigger, heavier light. I mean, it's not like off-road lights are that heavy anyways. I don't. Kind of a cool shot, I guess. Let's turn them off. Really can't see as much. I'm impressed with how like bright these are for how small they are. I mean, going in here at night by myself, like, I don't know, being able to see more of what's going on, I just feel better too. Like, I'm not in my Wrangler, which I would probably feel a lot more confident in. It's definitely a different type of thing with the Raptor versus the Wrangler. The Wrangler actually, so the Raptor's like smoother on dirt roads for sure. I feel like the Wrangler feels better in like this Cabbage Patch rock. Oh, here's the Pierce turn off. This is where I was hoping to be. Oh, I wonder how much the water's dropped. I'm kind of just gonna like stop right here. I was thinking this would be a good spot to shoot these lights actually. I'm so happy, dude, there's so many people out here.